a new video. I said I was gonna post it last week, but things got delayed. But the stock that I wanted to give you guys also pulled back and it's forming a nice pattern. I wanted to confirm that before I made this video today. So this was, full disclosure, one of the guys I follow on stock reversals. This was his play that he alerted first, and then after doing further due diligence, it's a good OTC play in general, just because of how the chart has lined up and how it has how it has fared through these grueling times in the market. So this is on Cool Technologies. This is an EV play, and they have a couple of main products. So their main products are mobile generation. Generators, wireless, like cell towers kind of, and then water pumps. So what makes this company special, what makes Cool Technologies special, is that their product, so Cool Technologies is what I would say was an engineering first team. It was a company created by a bunch of genius engineers, but they had no aspect of finance. So their products are revolutionary in the sense that they're better than the market, or they're better than what's offered in the market, but they don't have the ability to fulfill that order because they don't know the finance side. That's until this new CEO that they got, which I'll explain later, which kind of tackles that problem and it upstarts the market starting to realize these numbers. So they have main products. So as you can see, the market potential for this is huge, right? So you have 100 billion market for your mobile generation, 100 billion for your motors, and 30 billion for your pumps. So like I said, this is like an engineering, like geniuses working here. So they have IP on everything. They have IP on their thermal technology, their electrical power generation, have IP on all of that. So basically what they do is, for the mobile generation, what they're able to do is they take a Ford F-150 and they retrofit it to become a charger. And this charger, this charger allows up to 8 cars to be able to be charged at one time. So for example, the use case for this is smaller cities, smaller countries where or like imagine South America and stuff, where you need to bring in a generator to places to charge maybe trucks, or to charge homes, or etc. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where these guys come in. Their stuff is much smaller, much lighter than what's available in the market. So what's available in the market right now, it weighs 4,000 pounds, and you can imagine the gas cost of that. And this one weighs 1,000 pounds. The one that's available on the market is towable. None of them are built on top of a Ford F-150. So that's what also sets this company apart. Market drill down. So basically this is an EV play. I know EV plays died down a bit, but this one never started running. So I think this one will start coming. It'll be a long hold, but it'll start coming with the market, EV market, as it starts increasing again. It was just a wave we retraced. So I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm just seeing if there's anything special here. No. Okay, so that's all I wanted to hit. So from what I've learned is these guys have $100 million in back order for Cool Technologies. So what makes it special is whenever you're looking at an OTC, and this is just what I want to preface, OTC pump and dumps are real. There are companies in the OTC which are blank check companies where market manipulators will control a large amount of float, and they'll pump it and dump it, right? That's real in OTC. The real money in OTC, it comes when you invest in a company that goes from OTC to NASDAQ. So examples of this is ALPP, Gbox is one. There's a bunch that uplists through OTC into the NASDAQ. So if you're able to capture it in the OTC market, then you're going to profit a lot more. So in Cool Technologies, in this case, we know it's not a pump and dump. We know this is a real company. They also got a new CEO who worked at GE for under one of the greatest CEOs, basically of all time. So he knows his stuff, and his job is the market. So when I say this company, the numbers are gonna start showing soon, is because they have $100 million in back orders. So this new CEO, his job is to get the cash to be able to fulfill these back orders. So all of a sudden you're gonna see these nice revenue numbers. So it's an EV play, so you're gonna start seeing that aspect also click in. And then I'll show you guys the chart shortly. Show you where I see this going, why I'm liking it, because I've been waiting for this chart to develop before I gave it to you guys. It's just another excuse for being late, but honestly I've been waiting for it. And also, this is like a risk to reward sense. This is a very strong play, because this next few months of the market, our small caps have all retraced heavily, 50 to 60%. So buying it now and riding the pullback, because these 2 months are historically the best months for small caps. So that's why you want to start getting long on a bunch of these smaller caps. To the last week of April is a good time. Also bios. So just getting off topic, sorry. So that's what this company is. It's a legit OTC. That's what I'm trying to say. So the ticker symbol for these guys is WARM. So WARM. Sorry, my trading view is taking a while these days. So I'm already long on this company. To preface, I have around 100,000 shares right now. I will be adding once my other plays fulfill. But I've been, just so you guys know, I've been buying VBIV on these dips, and another one. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, I already have the chart going here. I would delete it, but there's nothing too fancy to show. Okay, so what I want to show you guys before is I want to show you guys other OTC plays that have done very well. So this one is IQST, right? So we had a run from like 7 cents. What is this? 8 cents. 8 cents to $2, right? This chart, it doesn't give it justice because of how zoomed out we are, but this is a massive run. This is a run, we can calculate the percentage. This is an insane run. 3,000%, right? So that's just trying to show you what OTC can really do to you in your life, right? It's your risk to reward when it comes to OTC. You invest in a solid OTC that's not really a pump and dump, but also the shares are able to go up as fast. So you want to look for technical plays too within OTCs. So the IQST, what I want to show you guys is this. What happens on OTC is running an OTC stock, a lot of the times you need some institutional backing, some hedge fund or some hedge fund trader to first buy up a lot of the OTC float, so then they can just breathe on the stock basically and start its run. And so that's kind of what happened with IQST. Here you saw your volume coming in, loading up the float. So what they are doing is you do block orders and you start buying up the float without raising the price too much. So you're just accumulating slowly. So that's why you had this pop, but you also had this sell-off, because it was, they bought block, and then you want to do small sells. So that's kind of why you had these small sells and you didn't have this volume anymore here, was because you start getting kind of like a manipulation to the downside, so people don't get too bullish too fast and they could keep loading. So that's kind of what was happening here. And then you start your run. So notice how this run started off in low volume, and then they increase the volume, and what they'll do is they'll start selling into the volume. There'll be the liquidity to the volume. There's a really good podcast about this stuff. It's called The Confessions of a Market Maker. He used to do this for a living. He used to make millions, and he was explaining how he did it. So yeah, so IQST, just wanted to show you guys kind of what you want to look for volume before is one thing, and you also want to look for setup. So you want to look for golden crosses or some type of cross which indicates a bull move. So how crosses work is when a faster moving average goes over a slower one, and basically means bulls are in control. The most bullish of indicators for a bullish that the bulls are in control is called the 200-day the golden cross, where this blue line crosses this white line, and that's indicating that you have what's called a golden cross, which means that you have strong support on the downside. So this is your biggest resistance point, which is your 200. So once the 200 is underneath price, then that's your biggest support. So that's kind of why it's the biggest bull indicator. So that's that. There's another one that it's not TSMP anymore. Humble. So there's another one. I have a YouTube video on this one. So here, notice how we had our golden cross, and you had your run up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Those are the two things I'm looking for in OTC. So let's go back to our warm. Okay, so few things to note here, right? So we started getting our volume here. So we're starting to get these volumes in very low sell-offs. So ideally what's happening is we're getting some type of block order coming in, some heavy volume coming in, right? Which hasn't really sold off yet, because this volume hasn't provided the liquidity yet, because institutions kind of want to get rid of their shares when they get it too. So we're having this volume coming into a golden cross. So look, notice how we're having our blue line cross our white line, and our 50-day moving average crossing our 100-day moving average. So this is the start of a long-term bullish trend, because notice that we're on a weekly chart. So this is a very long-term, each bar is 1 week. So this is also indicating that, okay, bulls are about to be in control. And we're playing a 5-wave Elliott triangle breakout, where our top was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's your starting of your break here. So this is kind of the pattern. This triangle pattern was the one I was waiting to see if we were completing, and we did. So I drew this around this B here. So this is why I didn't make the videos in the past few days. I wanted to see if we got rejected, and we did. And notice how we're already on a bullish trend here. We're already on a bullish trend here. All the moving averages are crossed, and you have this beautiful support lines. So this is what I mean when you go bullish, why these moving averages mean bullish are in control, because these are really strong supports anytime prices getting weak or the market is crappy. Okay, so price targets, right? So we want the break of this wedge. Ideally, if you want to swing trade it, you want to swing trade the break of this wedge, and you're also on a 5-wave bullish Elliott impulse wave of supercycle 1. So this is just the first impulse to the upside, and calculated price target is 0.132 for this one. So that's one thing you could swing trade. So this is your price target 1. So this is if you want to play PT1. Okay. So I just want to also show you how our our CMF indicator, this one, is green again, showing that good buy orders are coming in instead of our sell orders, and the MACD it's at a good enough level to cross up again, and OTC stocks these cross up pretty quickly. So this is kind of a long-term play where I want this golden cross to develop and show its support, and then we'll start a trend upwards to the price target of 0.13, which is our first one. 0.20 is our second one. So how I got these price targets, first 0.20 was a Fibonacci price target, 0.13 was our Elliott wave price target, and after that, because it's an OTC, I want to see these ones. You don't want to sell too early, because I've done this before. I got Cyric at 15 cents. I sold around 60 cents because that was my price target. but I didn't know what in OTC markets it's very impulsive. It's retail based, so you get very strong moves up and strong moves down. So I think I sold my CIRC around 60 to 70 cents, and I hit all the way to $2. I got humble at 11 cents, or TSMP at 11 cents. I have videos on all of these guys, which I predicted, so you guys can check those out if you want to. I had TSMP at less than 11 cents, and I sold off around 90 cents, and it went all the way to $2. So yeah, so I know you shouldn't leave profit, but you should always have a little bit left, just because these guys know how to run when it's time. So look, again, we're watching this break, the triangle. So 3 key things. Chart is starting to show that the bulls are in control because of the golden cross on the weekly, an Elliott wave, impulse wave creating. MACD is already green, RSI is good, CMF is starting to turn green. So that's our technical side. Our fundamental side is we know that we have $100 million in back order. We also know that this is a legit company with a legit CEO now, and they want Nasdaq uplisting. So that's our side that we know this isn't a pump and dump. So we know what we're investing in. And the last thing is the market is about to turn green for our small caps, and these guys have been shit on the past couple days. Like, I'll give you for example, IQST. All of these guys have taken a beating, and Warm held up pretty well, right? So Warm has stayed in its little pattern, so that's also showing that we have good buying pressure, good support in Warm. And that's it for me today. I'll try making videos more frequently for you guys. It's just that I'm busy these days with everything, but I appreciate you guys, really do. I appreciate you guys share. I'm not a financial advisor, you know the blab. And congrats on all the plays that we've been hitting. I'm still waiting on our Endra and our VBIV to make us a solid profit, and then I'll replace plays for you guys. So this play, right, Warm, is a replacement for our RECO. So if you guys had cash for RECO, for my RECO win, I would suggest you guys put it in here, double it up, because we've already made the profit on that. So even if let's say our stop loss is 50% down, we're really not we haven't risked anything for a lot of upside. So yeah, so that's all for me today. New videos coming soon. Thank you for all you guys do. All right, peace.